About your summer this year. Did you have a good summer? Yeah? What you do?
Wanna be a protector.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself, who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
Jaguar Wright just dropped another bombshell, and this time, she's aiming straight at Beyonce's second baby girl. Yes, Rumi Carter. Jaguar claims she knows exactly why Rumi behaves the way she does. And let's just say, the internet is losing it. Fans are outraged, timelines are flooded, and Jaguar, she's not backing down one bit. Just weeks ago, things were already heating up after Kanye West allegedly fired off a low blow at the Carter twins in a post that was quickly deleted, but not quick enough. He reportedly wrote, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? There are words, no." Then he took it further, saying, "This is why artificial examination is such a blessing. Having such children is a choice." That comment had people shook. Screenshots were snatched up in seconds, spreading like wildfire. The post vanished, but the damage already done. The internet went crazy, and behind the scenes, insiders say Beyonce was absolutely fuming. Fans have long whispered about the Carter twins and their mysterious absence from the spotlight, and Kanye just poked the bear hard. Beyonce was so heated over the drama, she even considered getting the lawyers involved. And you know it's real when Mama Tina steps in. Tina Knowles had a few sharp words of her own after Kanye's reckless post. And trust, she didn't come to play. She hopped on Instagram and dropped a shady little video asking, "What happens when a snowman throws a tantrum?"
So I'm on the set of a photo shoot today for my book, and I wanted to tell you a corny joke because I have on all this glamorous hair and makeup, thanks to Cole and Darius. And Sienna on camera work. Got a corny joke. Want to hear it? Here you go. So, what happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know this.
Then hit the punchline with, "He has a meltdown." Oop! Fans instantly clocked that as a direct shot at Kanye, but it didn't stop there. TMZ reported that Tina's original caption, now edited, seemed to respond directly to Ye's shady comment about her grandkids. She called out ignorance and evil, loud and clear. Kanye's tweet stirred up major controversy. People started speculating heavy, saying he basically outed the twins as possibly being on the spectrum. It was so messy that not just fans, but podcasters and even major news outlets jumped into the convo.
Bringing this back around because there are reports that because Kanye got online and tweeted about Jay-Z's kids and, calling them the R word.
Kanye West launched an unprovoked attack on Jay-Z and Beyonce's two youngest children.
And let's be real, this ain't the first time someone's come at Beyonce over Rumi or the twins. Y'all remember when Azealia Banks popped off online? She took a jab saying, "And stop hiding your son from the world, sis. People will find out sooner or later. And you're really gonna look like a piece of ish for being ashamed of your own children." That post had everybody's jaw on the floor. Behind the scenes, insiders have been whispering for years that both Rumi and Sir might be on the autism spectrum. Allegedly, this could be linked to complications Beyonce faced while carrying them. Her pregnancy wasn't just tough, it was life-threatening. Bey developed preeclampsia, which forced an emergency C-section to save her babies. She's opened up before about just how brutal that experience was. Beyonce shared that her body went through more than she ever imagined. She revealed she weighed over 218 pounds at delivery and struggled with serious high blood pressure. Things got so scary, one of the twins' heartbeats stopped multiple times during labor, making the emergency surgery unavoidable. And ever since then, fans have noticed that Sir Carter seems extremely sensitive. The few times he's been seen out in public, people have said he reacts strongly to crowds, noise, and bright lights. Some folks believe he could be more neurodivergent than his sister. And it might explain why we hardly ever see him at big events or even online. There are even unconfirmed claims that Sir has a medical condition that makes being in public very uncomfortable or overstimulating. The internet went wild after Kanye's shady post, but what really threw people off was how split the reactions were. While thousands dragged him for being out of line and messy, there was a loud group backing him up, saying he was just speaking the truth or finally saying what others were too scared to admit. Yep, some people actually started asking if there was something deeper going on with the Carter twins. And now that Beyonce is back on tour and finally letting Rumi appear on stage with her, the convo has come roaring back to life. People online are convinced Rumi might be showing signs of being on the spectrum, and they're breaking down every move she makes. One viral comment read, "Any autistic person will tell you Rumi is showing clear signs. Hand flapping, stimming, flipping, it's all there." Another person chimed in, "It's not even that deep. It's just autism. Rumi and Sir both seem autistic. Rumi's just more verbal." Folks are even calling out the way the media's framing things, with one commenter saying, "Y'all need to stop making this sound like a tragedy. She's a sweet, well-adjusted girl who might just struggle with social cues." And just when things started to cool off, Jaguar Wright, aka the self-proclaimed industry whistleblower, stepped into the conversation like she always does, throwing fresh gasoline on the fire. Now Jaguar Wright is taking it a step further. She's out here allegedly spilling personal tea about Rumi Carter's health. According to Jaguar, who once worked as a backup singer for Beyonce and Jay-Z, she claims to know the real reason behind Rumi's behavior. And it's got the internet in straight chaos. Jaguar boldly stated that Rumi does have autism and that Sir Carter is supposedly even higher on the spectrum. She claims that's exactly why the Carters have been keeping their twins out of the spotlight for so long, but she didn't stop there. Jaguar straight up said the Carters need to quit hiding and tell the world the truth already. And just like that, the internet exploded into a full-blown war zone. The Beehive came swinging, and they were not here for it. One fan clapped back, "My issue is people with zero credentials trying to diagnose kids they've never even met. Anyone out here claiming to be a healthcare professional while doing that needs to be fired. Period." Another person added, "Now I see why they protect their kids. After how y'all treated Blue Ivy when she was little, I'd go ghost too." And someone else dragged the whole situation saying, "If I was Beyonce, y'all wouldn't even figure out what kind of flu I had. Stop playing." There was also support for Rumi, with folks pointing out that she's just a normal kid. That little girl gets up on stage, waves, smiles, and finds comfort next to her mom. She's acting like any kid would with the spotlight on her. The internet's been wild with opinions, and not all of them are coming from a place of kindness. A lot of people out here truly believe Rumi Carter may be dealing with a hidden health condition. One person didn't hold back at all, writing, "Nah, something's definitely off. I saw the video. Too many random jerky movements. That's typical of a certain diagnosis." They kept going saying, "Let's be real. Kids who don't have that usually move with more control. Her movements were erratic and made no sense. But hey, if y'all don't want to believe it, just wait till she's older. You won't be able to blame it on her being young anymore." Then came a comment that had folks gasping, "Yikes. I actually had to Google if she had Down syndrome after seeing clips from the Cowboy concert. No hate." And now the conversation is spiraling even further out of control. After the Cowboy concert clips went viral, people all over TikTok and Twitter started stitching together side-by-side videos, body language breakdowns, and full-on Rumi behavior analyses, like this girl's life is a science project or something. Some were claiming, "You can tell Beyonce is trying to guide her on stage, but Rumi clearly doesn't know how to respond to the crowd. She keeps looking around, flapping her hands, spinning. It's textbook." Another user said, "Y'all notice how Bey always has a tight grip on her hand? That's not just stage mom energy. She's helping her stay calm." And Jaguar Wright wasn't done either. In a live stream, she said, "There's nothing wrong with having neurodivergent kids. What's wrong is pretending like it's not happening. That's not protection. That's PR. Whew." But just as fast, fans came rushing in to defend Rumi. One tweet that went viral said, "So what if she moves different? She's a kid, not a puppet. Let her be." Another added, "Some of y'all have too much time on your hands. Diagnosing a child from a 15-second video? Be serious." Now here's where things really start getting messy. Some fans are taking it way too far, turning what should be a convo about protection and understanding into a full-on circus. People are dissecting Rumi's facial expressions, how she walks, even how long she holds Beyonce's hand, like it's some kind of medical case study. One user wrote, "Y'all notice how Rumi avoids direct eye contact? That's a sign. Beyonce's been trying to help her blend in, but it's clear she's not like other kids her age." Another person commented, "That girl's not camera shy. That's sensory overload. The noise, the lights, the people, it's too much for her. And as if that wasn't enough, folks are now dragging Sir Carter back into the drama, saying he's never seen anywhere, even less than Rumi, and calling it suspicious. One post even claimed, Sir might be nonverbal. They've kept him completely away from cameras for a reason. But others are pushing back hard. One user clapped back. Why should Beyonce have to parade her kids just to prove they're normal to y'all? Maybe they're just private. Ever think of that? Another said, whether they have a condition or not, it's not for strangers to speculate, especially when the kids didn't sign up for fame. But man, that look on Beyonce's face during that last performance, it had folks questioning everything. The internet's got no shortage of theories, but one thing is crystal clear. Jaguar Wright ain't scared of nobody. She's been calling out the Carters for years, linking them to Diddy's shady circle, accusing them of dark business behind closed doors, and even labeling them a nasty couple more than once. And what happens every time? Nobody claps back. Nobody sues. Nobody denies. They just brush her off like she's crazy and hope the buzz dies down. But now that Rumi's name is getting tossed into the fire, that's a whole different game. Will Beyonce and Jay-Z finally step out the shadows and say something? Or are they about to pull out the legal team like they've done in the past to shut this all the way down? We want to know what you think. Is Jaguar exposing the truth, or is she crossing the line with these claims? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss your next dose of real Hollywood tea.